There we go. And we are live. Hi, I'm Stephanie with Dances for Kobolds, and today we're going to be playing Nothing Happens in Elmwood. I do have the permission from the creators to run this module, and it should be available in the DM's Guild sometime in August. But tonight I am joined by...
Oh, well, I'll start. I'm Walking Dude on Discord, and I'm playing Merle, the half-elf bard.
Ooh.
My character is Ozak, and he's a bugbear monk.
Oh, nice.
I'm Morgath. I'm playing a high elf urchin rogue.
I'm Creve, and I play a Dragonborn fighter.
Thank you all for joining me today for Founders Day. Thank you all for joining me today. Let's get started. This first part is going to be very much theater of the mind, so sorry I have nothing quite to share with you just yet.
No problem.
You all have been invited to see Lady Elsa Tillingwood in Melvaunt, which is a part of the Forgotten Realms, if you're familiar with it. I presume you've either been in or have been working as a party for a while, or you've been invited via your contacts individually. But regardless, you end up arriving at the stately manor house outside of Melvaunt. A manservant greets you at the door and beckons you inside. He says, "Oh, thank you so much for coming here today. Our dear lady, I'm not sure how much longer she can hang on. She's right this way. And, you, you go up, past all these different fine, sitting rooms, dining rooms, etc. into
Microwave prepped out my internet.
Sorry. Can everyone else hear me?
Yeah, I'm good. But no, it's just that I have an issue in my house where I was starting to make some noodles in the microwave, and for some reason the microwave isn't shielded properly or something, and every time we turn it on, the half of the house that's the microwave is on. It's like if you're on the in the living room, because it's like a living room open into a kitchen. If you're on the kitchen side of the house, you don't have internet. If you're on the living room side of the house, you do have internet. I don't know what happens. It's just how it works.
It might.
And I forgot about that.
Oh, it's okay. I had actually lived in a house that had weird electrical issues like that. It didn't affect the internet, but like, if we didn't if we plugged in something over here, something on the other side would go out. It was very odd and strange. But
yeah, for like the next minute, 2 minutes, I'm gonna move my computer to the other side, like right into the office, so I can get all that done.
Okay, sure. Okay, so right. Here we begin. She has brought you. The manservant brings you into this small bed chamber, and you see laying on the bed before you this older woman. But she looks exceptionally old. She looks like if you sneezed at her, she could crumble into dust. And your contacts had told you that she was an older lady, but she was like in her early 60s. She looks well over 100 and very exceptionally feeble. And she goes, "Please come closer. I find lately that it's hard to even talk. Thank you all for coming. As you can see, I have been stricken with some sort of disease or curse. I've gone to all the local temples, seen all the healers and alchemists. None of them know why I've been afflicted. with this, and no magic has been able to heal. And no magic or potions have been able to heal me. However, my contacts have told me about a child in Elmwood. That supposedly can heal anything with but a touch. I want you to go to Elmwood and find this child and and their family. Let them know that if what my contacts say is true, they will live in the lap of luxury for the rest of their lives. And I can protect the child as well with my men. I'll give you 100 gold and 2 healing potions if you return with the child.
Sure.
Thank you.
Accepted.
Most excellent. Here, my manservant will give you a card to help you along your journey. And now, leave me. Forgive me. Even talking is getting too much. And she'll lay down and close her eyes, looking even more exhausted than when you first came in. And her manservant will lead you out of the room and say, thank you, again, thank you for coming. Here, I've made all sorts of arrangements for provisions and rations and a cart. You shouldn't have any trouble along the road. The king has been monitoring it ever since the Moander incident 2 years ago. Bloody cultists almost burnt down the whole forest. Do you have any other questions before you go?
No, I don't.
Not that I could think.
Would the lady care for some calming lute music?
Oh, I'm sure she'd love it.
Well, I'll do that for a little bit then, so that she can get a nice, peaceful nap.
And you play with your lute, and she does look a little bit more relaxed than she was earlier. And outside, Gerald's just commanding the servants and filling up your cart. Well, filling up your cart, waiting for you to go.
See, that's how you get out of having to load the cart.
Do you tell your compatriots that?
No, of course not.
Oh. Alright, if no one has any more questions, basically you head up along the road to Elmwood. It's exceptionally uneventful. And then early in the morning you arrive in Elmwood. You can tell that this place was hit by the Moander incident 2 years back. There's a lot of new construction going on. And you can see obvious signs of repairing from fires and the like. What do you do?
Well, let's try to get a bit closer, guys.
I agree.
All right.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear what you said.
Yeah, I didn't got much on what I just said fire something.
I guess I believe you said you were going to ask around.
Yeah, sure. We'll try asking around the place if there's people here.
Okay, so you head up to the local inn as any good adventurer does. Begin to unload your supplies, and the local townspeople tell you, oh, yes. We know exactly who you're talking about. It's Marco.
Where might we find this Marco?
Well, he's with his mother, Maddie.
How do they respond seeing a giant, like, 6'10" dragonborn that's red scales?
When you entered in, you got a few glances, but you get the sense that while rare, a dragonborn is something is not like something out of legend. This is a small town, but it does seem get a fair bit of trade with the forest. There's a lot of lumber trade here, so they're used to people coming in every month or so to trade.
So lumber business, keep my mouth shut, basically. Then, i.e., no breath.
Pretty much, yeah. Don't be a jerk, and nobody will care.
Got it.
And they're like, oh yes, he's our little blessing. After everything that happened with the Moander incident, his birth must be a sign by the gods. Other people will just kind of shrug and say, well, I guess the kid's got some people are just born with magic, and his is healing magic. But they all point you in the same general direction to Maddie's house. And you arrive in front of this small kind of bungalow, modest home. What do you do?
I walk up to the door and gently knock.
Alright, you walk up to the door and you gently knock. And you open the door to see the face of a crying young woman. One sec.
I don't open the door. I knock on the door and wait for an answer.
Oh, well, she opens the door for your knock. She's like, she opens the door and says hello. And she is tears streaming down her face, and she says, "Did the constable send you? Did they find my Marco?"
No one. We were sent by a person of interest for your son. Nothing benevolent, but what's wrong with Marco? Where is he?
I don't know where he is. Someone came in and took him last night. Come in. We'll need all the help we can get. The constable just left.
Alright, will do. Coming in.
And she'll bring you in.
I follow.
Yeah, it's a small bungalow. You get the sense that there's like a living room, a kitchen, and you can see what you presume to be 2 bedroom doors in the back. And she says, "Please come in. Last night, I put Marco to bed at his normal time, a little after dusk. And then I went to bed around 10 or so. I didn't hear anything. And then this morning when I woke up and went into his room, he was gone. I don't know who would have taken him."
Can we take a look at the bedroom?
Oh, absolutely. Please. Anything to find my boy. He's the only thing I have left. You see, my husband, Micah, died in the Moander incident.
My condolences.
I know the loss of loved ones and friends.
Thank you. But please do. Please go. And who's entering the kid's bedroom?
I will.
Is it like on a second story or something?
There's no second story. It's a bungalow. It's very modest. You think there seems to be a root cellar down below. But then again, it's literally just like a living room, a kitchen, 2 bedrooms. It's a fairly modest place. But you enter the bedroom, and it's sort of your typical toddler bedroom. Toys strewn about the floor, some clothes, a bed. Nothing seems to have been smashed, but if you want, you can roll me an investigation check to look for any signs of disturbances.
I tend to stick towards the mother, like try to comfort her, calm her down.
Oh, thank you. I just don't know what I would do without my Marco. Okay, with your 15. Yep. You notice that the window lock was picked. from the outside, and that it looks like someone used a thin blade to slide the lock over and sort of jimmy the window open. That's why it wasn't a very obvious sign of entry. You can sort of peer over and into the outside, and you think you might see footprints outside the window.
Well, clearly we need to follow this and find out what happened.
Okay, so you guys go outside and make me another investigation or survival check.
So when I see them come outside, I follow them, trying to see what's going on.
Sure. She's like, please, don't worry about making things dirty. Just find Marco. And with all of that,
We will, man.
with all of that, very, very good investigation checks. You find not only signs that a number of humanoids had been running around her, basically sort of like her backyard, and were at the window, but you also find a booted footprint that's still a little soft, and you also find claw marks on the underside of the windowsill. And you can
Hey,
see...
don't look. Does it look like something similar to what I have?
as a
With
dragonborn?
Yeah, with my claws.
Um,
I kind of put my hand over it to see if the claws marks match up to like various ways I hold my hand.
when you do that, you realize that your hand's way too big. But,
Okay, so at least I know we're not facing a dragonborn.
yeah, you don't necessarily think it's a dragonborn, but if you want, you can roll me like a nature check to see if you recognize what type of claw marks these would be.
Okay, how do I do that? Just double click
Yeah.
nature with the
Yep.
total.
Yep, under the skills tab.
There we go.
I'd also like to check.
I know nothing.
Having my experience in the underbelly of the cities that I lurk in, that possibly something that I may have experienced before.
You do know that you are guessing that if it's rumors of if stories of this child had gotten out beyond this sort of small ruralish community, that child would be exceptionally valuable, and this could be a kidnapping to sell the child to the highest bidder. And you also know that sometimes regular non-magical children do get taken as a part of illegal adoption rings or slavery. So it could be any of those options.
Okay, I keep that to myself for the time being.
What was that? Sorry?
I keep that to myself, that information to myself for the time being.
Okay, you keep it to yourself. But you are, like, getting a little worried, I think. Do you guys follow the path? It seems like there's a path that leads into the woods.
Absolutely follow it.
I absolutely follow.
Indeed.
I even pull my shield from my back and put my hand on my book, hold my hand out, like ready for anything.
Okay.
And as soon as we hit the wood line, I'd like to try to move stealthily through the woods.
Okay, if you want, roll me stealth checks, and I will add you to the combat tracker. Sorry about that. I always forget something.
I just kind of, can I assist them with their stealth by just being allowed, like, because I'm in chainmail with a shield out, and I'm 6'10", so does that, like, aid them in any way?
It doesn't aid them.
It draws attention to me.
You could be the bait.
Yeah, that's what I'm being. I'm being the bait and the tank. It's kind of like, when crap goes wrong, I'm here to really, really mess things up.
Alright, so I'm going to say you're following the path straight, whereas the people who want to stealth are just slightly off the path in the woods. So you would be more the obvious target if someone was coming the opposite direction. that's how it would work out.
Got it.
Awesome. Alright, so, roll me a stealth, not a stealth check, a survival check. To see how well you follow the trail. Oh!
Ozak's got this.
I'm rolling crap, so I get lost. Oh no! Carter's lost. She's gone. I'm just like Carter.
He disappears in the woods.
Ozak actually comes and comes back for you and finds you. It's like, no, this way, and threatens to almost tie a rope to your hand to keep you in the right direction.
Yeah, what? Did anybody have anything for me? I rolled a 7.
I saw a butterfly.
You did.
He saw a crimson butterfly. Butterflies are pretty. Red's a pretty color.
Yeah, he's going along the path, Squirrel.
Brings another, it's definitely a D&D. Instead of ADD, AD&D. Yeah, boo. Okay, with that nat 20 survival check, you find a snare trap along this path that obviously went off and then was cut. You also know that the rope was cut by a edged weapon, and something heavy was hanging off of it. So, you're guessing this wasn't set off by a regular animal. It was set off by at least some sort of humanoid, or something the size of humanoid.
Could I roll for a bit? Can I roll for something to see if I can figure out what kind of trap it was?
Oh, it's a snare trap.
So just hung up in a tree?
I think so.
So let's look around and see if any detritus fell off of whoever was hanging up there that they failed to pick back up again.
I'm gonna use my bugbear nose and smell the rope to see what was hanging from there.
You get the sense that it was definitely some sort of humanoid that was hanging off it and actually got hurt a little bit. You don't think this was an animal. But that's all you can tell from the little bits that are left.
Could we tell how big the humanoid is?
At least halfling-sized, if not bigger.
So, child. So we're gonna assume that this is Marco.
Well, she said at least halfling size, if not bigger.
I don't think a human toddler. Oh yeah, Marco's about human toddler. He would be a little small for it.
Human toddler.
Like halflings are what, like 4 feet tall? Toddlers are like what, 2 feet tall? I don't know.
But one
foot
tall.
the group that whoever
I'm an
took
idiot.
this kid, is probably looking to use him or sell him in some sort of way for money. So even if, the person who took the kid got caught in this trap, chances are he's going to protect his merchandise. So the kid's probably still fine.
Oh, interesting.
Did you say this as a character?
Yes.
I concur.
Are there any tracks that leads off from the trap?
Roll me an investigation to see if there's anything fell off the person in the snare trap, and after that, you don't find anything.
I'll roll an investigation also.
Sure.
He really found nothing.
You're really good at fighting. Not much.
I trade my intelligence for magic. That's about it. Character's background has a thing with finding an interest in magic.
Can I look for signs that if the child has moved around in this area, like he was set down, dropped, or anything like that?
Sure.
What do you want me to roll for that?
You know what? Because you came upon this scene with a natural survival check, you can kind of see almost like you know how Aragorn right after in Lord of the Rings after they find all those orcs.
Oh, the burning orcs. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Where he kind of recreates the scene.
Yeah.
Criminal Minds style.
Yes. You kind of recreate that scene, and you do get the sense that you think you see like just a little bit of a toddler footprint. Or in a place where he was probably set down.
I was like, digs the ground and see a small footprint and yells to the team, "Guys, I found something small here."
It is you're pretty sure this is a toddler footprint. It's also barefoot as well.
It's a hobbit, or it could be a toddler.
Ow, my head.
That's what you get for being so tall.
Does it appear to be
God dang it.
like the footprint continues, or that it was just placed and then it disappears again as if the toddler was picked back up and carried further?
You get the sense that the toddler was picked back up. And that this was like a temporary, okay, sit here, I gotta get my buddy out of this snare trap.
Okay, so the situation is that we have a little bit of time on account of the snare, but they're gaining ground on us as we delay, so we need to continue in the direction that the tracks lead.
Yep, and survival to see if you follow the tracks good. Alright, Merle got a 19 in survival, and you follow these tracks excellently.
I'll make sure everybody else is kind of staying together like they did for us when they made the higher roll, you know.
Mm-hmm. You're definitely herding everyone along the path, making sure no one gets distracted by a butterfly or anything like that. And then, yeah, as you're following this trail deeper and deeper into the woods for, I'm going to say, about an hour or so, and then you hear the sounds of sawing wood and echoing in the woods as you come upon the lumber camp of Elmwood. There are piles of lumber, saws, and people moving all about on various tasks. You approach openly?
I approach openly. Like, I kind of lower my shield because I've been kind of holding it in front of me the entire time. I lower my shield and wave with an empty hand.
And
I'm going to stay hidden.
Alright, and so, that was Curve? Is that how
Carter.
you...
Carter, yeah.
Oh, Carter.
Yeah, Crib.
Oh, Criv, okay. One of the workers notices you, waves back and goes, "Foreman! We have some visitors!" And a female hill dwarf with a brown braided beard, a leather apron over a pair of leather pants, and metal spiked leather boots approaches your group and says, "Ah, how can I help you?"
Have you seen anyone of strange note recently? Hurt, anyway?
No, but someone's been stealing my wood.
That's not me, I assure you.
Why would you say that right away? Huh. But anyway...
I'm out of town, madam. I came from a city. I came here, and I have no use for wood. I want to live in a stone house one day. Fire and all that.
Alright. She's giving you an odd look, like you're trying too hard to cover up the fact that you're not here.
I lean over to Carter and I whisper, I think he's talking way too much about his wood.
Yeah, Carter's a little frustrated. He thinks we're wasting time. We need to see where the tracks lead, but he doesn't say anything out loud.
Okay, and with that,
I tell the woman as a way of note. Do you know of Marco? And what was the woman's name?
Maddie. Madeline. Maddie for short.
Madeline and Marco in the village close by.
Oh, yes, yes. Marco healed some of my men right up a few weeks ago. Accidents happen all the time.
I tell her of the situation and why I'm even in the woods. Like the whole thing.
Gods! Poor Marco. Oh, he's just a wee little lad. I haven't seen him, but you're welcome to look around my camp. And if you can find the little wee bastards that have been stealing me wood, well then.
Can I tell if she's lying?
I kind of like reach back and tap my sword and be like, "Hey, man, oh yeah, I got
that." If you want to see if someone's lying, that is an insight check. And with that, you can tell she's open and honest and telling the truth. She is like a simple woman, foreman. She's pretty much on point, not really into lying or deceiving. She does seem legitimately concerned for Marco's welfare. And she's telling the truth about the wood.
So I tell the remainder of the party, says, look, this woman's being genuine. I know people, and she's serious about the situation. She is losing wood, and she's concerned about Marco. So let's do what we got to do here and see if we can't find a trail leading beyond or whatever happened with the trail.
I turn to the foreman and I do ask her name.
Ah!
Polite.
Excuse me, it's Melinda Hilfort.
And I am Kriv Delmirav. Just call me Kriv.
That is easier.
Yeah. I would like to ask if any of your men, like I ask about the snare and if any of the men have been in that general direction recently.
Well, it could have been one of my men. It could have also been the local hunters. I
understand. I was just asking if any of your men have been, if you've noticed any of your men that way, or if they've came to you asking about a man with a child or of some sort, or if anybody has seen something amiss recently.
Oh, no. I keep a tight, I run this labor camp like a tight ship. You know, I will ask around, but, no, we haven't seen anything strange.
Carter's going to step up now and go address her directly and ask her, so Melinda, have any of your men shown any signs of injury, having like potentially having foot injuries or ankle injuries or something like that, unable to perform their duties today or recently?
Sprained ankles?
No, nothing today. But you're welcome to look around and I'll keep an eye out for you.
All right, so it's time to go look around.
All right, and with that, and if you want to roll me an investigation to see if you can find anything. Oh, and Marco has been missing less than a day. Like, this literally
I've been
last
thinking,
night.
like, has it been like 2 days?
1 day. It's literally been less than 24 hours. He was taken the previous night.
Now the clock is ticking.
Yes, the first 48.
First 24.
Or that too. Okay, Carter, you're looking around, and in the piles of lumber, you find a scrap of black and green colored skin. Just like this much, about the size of a coin. And a tiny bit of blood.
And it's regular skin, black and green. Is it like scaled or anything of that nature?
It's scaly. Scaly skin.
Don't look at me, I have red skin.
Yeah, I wasn't looking at you anyway. I'm thinking that we might have, I've seen some types potentially like this. Will I know, do I have any former experience with anything that of this nature?
You can roll me a nature check to see if you can discern what creature this came from. I'm going to say, between the both of you working together, you're able to suss out that you don't think this is dragonborn skin. The scales are too small. But there is another scaly humanoid that could be the culprit. Kobolds.
I was thinking kobolds.
You just hear a slight hiss, like almost sounds like an alligator, or there's an alligator just hissing behind you when you mention kobolds.
You don't like kobolds?
Nope. They're like the opposite of me.
And also from looking around the camp, you can tell that the path cut through the labor camp and is going deeper into the woods.
Let's follow the path. We need to catch up to this culprit as soon as possible.
Okay, roll me a survival to see if you can follow the path.
Can I just say I'm going to follow one of them? Because, man, I suck at this.
If you want, if you have the skill trained, you can choose to assist, which will, basically, it acts as the two of you working together, and that one of the two of you will be able to roll with advantage.
Yeah, I don't have the skill trained. It's not a proficiency.
Does anyone else have the skill trained?
Nope.
We're just winging it here.
Okay,
All right, I'll wing it with him.
You all wing together. You did so well earlier.
I don't even see trained in the skill list.
If it has a gold star out next to it, then you have proficiency with it.
Yeah.
No, I go from religion to sleight of hand. There is no T.
Oh, in the 1 second.
Survival.
It's survival. It's near the bottom. If you didn't add anything,
one.
it would be the very bottom one.
Okay, yeah, no, there's nothing there. It just goes survival, end of line.
Oh yeah, the survival is the last one, but if you check the gold star, that means you have chosen to train in it. And depending on your class and your race and your background, you get trained in these certain skills.
I just have perception, which is probably a dumb thing to have.
No, perception is the one you should always have all the time, but you should have at least three others. Typically,
I have only 2 more. I have athletics, intimidation, and perception. That's it.
Okay, yeah, that sounds about right for a Dragonborn Paladin.
I look forward to getting Jack of all trades.
Oh, that's fun.
Please, God, no absurd. Forest.
And with that, you guys are still kind of able to follow the trail. Does anyone else want to make a survival check? You don't have to. You can roll it without being trained, but you can't grant someone else advantage without being trained.
Well, that's way better than what we had.
All right, with your 11, you're able to follow this trail averagely. And you also notice long drag marks in the dirt here and there, and some tall grass that has looked to have been cut with like a scythe or a knife.
Well, we go to the tall grass then.
Can we tell if it appears to be one character or more than one character in this little band we're following?
You can roll me another survival. But in general, you're getting the sense that it's more than one person.
To the trees again. He sees a butterfly. He's like, what is with these crimson ones?
Another butterfly.
This sun is exceptionally bright.
I kind of want to roll a perception check, or would you make it a survival to see if I can discern if it's what we're looking for, if it's just the woodworkers from before dragging a tree?
I'm going to say that as you go further down the path, I kind of stealth rolled perception for you. And Merrick, you're the only one who passed, and you notice another snare trap along the route, and you're able to avoid it. And because you did score high, I'm going to say you can tell it's multiple people. You're not sure exactly how many people have been going up and down this route, but you get the sense that this isn't, like... You get the sense that this isn't one of the logging trails, because that camp was really big. And this trail would have been worn down much more if it had that amount of traffic. Or if the lumberjacks were regularly using this.
If I can see a good footprint, can I compare it with mine and tell whether it's bigger or smaller?
Sure. And with that, you're able to see, you see ones that roughly match yours.
Okay, so normal size folks. I was thinking they would be maybe smaller, but okay.
And then, as you follow the trail, dusk begins to set. You follow the trail through this forest for several hours. Oh, 1 sec. They've been following the trail through the forest for several hours, and it leads you to a geological depression. It's a circular plateau about 50 feet across and 30 feet down. At the end you stand on, it lowers smoothly to where it bottoms out, but the other end is bordered by cliffs. Massive trees, large roots, and thorny bushes and rocks litter the ground. As you approach, a cold drizzle starts falling while the sun is about to set down over the horizon. At the entrance to the cave is the burnt body of a woman.
Burnt, you said?
Burnt.
A human woman? Or
1 sec, let me get the map out. And let me fix the map, 1 sec.
God, I wish there was a little right-click button that moved the tabs to the left side so I can keep my character sheet to complete the other side.
Alright, 1 second.
I always make mine full height all the way on the right-hand side of my window.
Yeah, but for some reason my computer doesn't like me hitting the tabs when it's on the full right side. I can't hit the tabs. Oh god, this map is huge.
Alright, can everyone see the map just fine?
It's loading.
Okay. Let me know if it's too big.
I'm seeing everything's just grayed out. I'm trying to find something.
Make sure you go to the bottom right-hand corner of the map, and I already put down your characters. I keep forgetting that this map is... That maps, when they load, a lot of times will do it at the top. You have to scroll down a bit.
Yeah, that gray just means the map's still loading.
No, mine's loaded. It was just...
I have a mask on.
All right,
So you said we could see the body of the woman, right?
Yeah, it isn't on the map, but it's right around the cave mouth. And if anyone is willing to go up to it...
I lift my shield and I start moving towards it carefully.
As soon as I see this body, I'm gonna go ahead and hide.
Okay, so, alright, I'm presuming you... Oh, haha! Carter, you are like the shadow. You nat 20 that. You go into some bushes and no one can see you. No one knows where you are.
I pull. My character has a weird quirk where he pulls out his longsword to make sure it's at the ready, but he...
Yes? I think you're push to talk. You got off your push to talk.
Sorry. He has the. I started motioning with my hands. Forgetting you guys can't see. Yeah, like his shield, like has like a little has a thing where he's able to control it, like where he can hold his sword and still hold his shield.
Oh, so like a cup holder almost?
No, not a cup holder. He's holding it in his hand. It's just that it's just a leather strap instead of like a rod.
Oh, okay. As you go up and you can, you see the body of the woman, and you can tell, being a dragonborn fire breather, that, yeah, this is pretty fresh. And you also notice, some of you have the criminal background. You are able to, like, peel off a little symbol off the body, and those with criminal background... Is anybody else
moving towards the body?
I don't think so, but, you're able to take it off, and anyone with the criminal background will be able to tell you that, it is the Scarlet Fangs, a notorious thieves guild.
I don't have a criminal background, so I'm just an urchin.
You know, with an urchin, you would know of them. You wouldn't know that many details, but it's sort of like how people know the Hells Angels, almost.
Yeah, I have dealings with the underbelly because, you know, I've got to survive.
Yeah, exactly. So you would recognize it immediately as Scarlet Fangs.
Do I know anything about the Scarlet Fangs?
You know they're a notorious thieves guild. One sec. They're known to be rough. They're in all sorts of businesses, and they have been trying to expand.
Alright, so I'll relay what I know over to the party in reference to this emblem, and tell them that, hey, you know, I've had dealings with these people. I use their fences from time to time. They're a thieves guild, and they're a rough bunch, so be on your guard.
I can stand petty thievery, but this murder, too far.
What? Maybe she was, you know, trying to be hateful or something. We don't know. I mean, she might have been this woman may have been a witch. We don't know that. I mean, we can't just assume murder. You know, I don't murder people.
I understand, but this still too far.
Okay. Yeah, does anyone... The cave itself is pitch black. So anyone without dark vision cannot see into this cave. And, if you're at the mouth of the cave, you can hear sort of movement going, out.
Can I see into the cave?
I lift my shield and be ready, and I'm like, anybody got a torch?
You can't see anything. Do bugbears have dark vision?
Yep.
Okay, so you can see...
Does anyone not have dark vision?
The Dragonborn.
Okay, I have a hooded lantern if you would like to use that.
Can it attach to my belt?
Yeah, if you want to risk someone hitting it and the oil falling on you, you burning alive.
You forget. I'm fire-based.
Hey, you got resistance, but you're not immune.
Oh crap! Okay, so I put my shield away and I switch to not up two-handed, but I hold my sword in my sword hand, and I have the lamp in the other one, but my shield is now on my back.
Okay, so you have the lantern in one hand, and you see this. 1 second.
I found... Oh god, what was the dwarf's name? I even asked for it.
Melinda.
I found Melinda's wood.
Yeah, you get the sense that this was the wood she was talking about. And you also see kobolds.
I drew that little box down there because I carry all my stuff in a chest. So I stashed my chest in that bush.
Okay.
So I don't have to carry all that stuff because it's pretty heavy.
Sure. Oops.
I'm gonna assume that's a trap that's supposed to be there, and we're not supposed to
Yes.
know about it.
No, you are actually... That trap has been triggered.
Oh. I kind of carefully edge up to it.
Hold on 1 second. We're getting into initiative.
Oh, okay.
Kobold Inventor did well.
Mm-hmm. I will actually roll initiative in a bit.
The kobold looks like me. This is the reason why he growled. He hates them. People confuse a kobold for him sometimes.
You're 6'10". I do not see how.
Red skin.
I think what he's referring to is just ugly in general.
Oh, well, yeah.
You bastard. I hope you fall in that trap.
Ozak, you are first. You see these guys just barely beginning to up over this barricade, which provides, I believe, half cover.
So that trap's triggered. Can I jump over it?
Yes, make me an athletics check. DC 10.
Can I use acrobatics? Cause
it is athletics because you are climbing over something. But you know what? If you want to do a running jump, sure, acrobatics.
all right. I'm gonna get my boost from here and jump across.
You try
I don't know.
Oh yeah, you're able to jump over the trap, no problem. And you see a kobold inventor. Because you have dark vision.
Alright, I'm gonna move in a bit more to the cave and gonna hide myself.
Okay, roll me
Then we
stealth.
got water.
You think you're fairly stealthy.
And my turn. Right behind them.
Yeah. Alright, is that the end of your turn? Oh, it's Carter.
Yeah, I'm going to. I should still be stealthy, I'm assuming.
Yeah, you are still stealthy. You haven't,
You roll like a natural 20 on that.
Yeah,
you
you're
did.
still stealthy because of the nat 20.
I don't even see you.
Yeah, no one knows where you are. So if you're playing the rogue, right?
Yes.
Alright, so you would have... If you are shooting out of stealth, you do get advantage. I don't think you get sneak attack at level 1. You get it at level 2, correct?
You get it level 1. You get cunning action at level 2.
Oh, okay. There you go. So you would have sneak attack damage.
However, I didn't make the effect yet, so I need to make that real quick.
Yeah. What I did with my rogue is I just had like a separate attack for separate damage. I believe I added it just like a weapon.
If you use, I noticed your table has the Rob 2E coding effects. That's in there.
Oh!
I can code it real quick.
And here I stand without my shield.
Yep, and there's a bunch of kobolds
All
staring
three
at
of them
you.
about to take. Son of. I'm just sitting here like, man, I really wish I put that oil on my leg. I wish I'd taken that chance. Just Damn it. I have half a mind to smash it over the wooden barricade, but...
You can jump over the wooden barricade and you can try and smash it.
Yeah, I can see what I can see what happened to the last guy.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and I think I can see this inventor.
Yep.
All correct? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and take a quick shot at it with my short bow.
Okay.
I'm assuming this is surprise.
You would gain you are coming in from a really high stealth roll, so I'm going to say yes.
Well, that's good from the getting sneak attack damage.
Yeah.
Point of view.
Sneak attack. Ooh, that's a hit.
Oh, I would hope it was.
I'm glad you had advantage. It dropped a 1. Nice roll.
Max.
Whoa, and with that, you hit it, and right between the eyes, and it goes cluck.
And I'm going to slip back behind and try to hide again.
You think you're okay stealthy. Kobold 1 is going to take a look at the big dragonborn right in front of them and attack. And because they have pack tactics, that's a hit. Next one is going to do the same thing.
I had a feeling my first D&D game would have me dying in the first combat sequence.
Ah, you're probably fine.
Not likely against kobolds.
It's a flesh wound.
Of course, and again, we don't have a healer, so.
Yeah.
I have a little healing.
That's it. Yeah, Ozark Boo, just rip.
Oh, how many of you it's your first time playing AL? I always forget this. If it is your first time playing AL, you do gain what's called an inspiration, which means you can do a reroll. And you also gain a healing potion for free.
Okay, well, it's my first time doing it.
I did not know that.
First time playing Adventures League, period.
Yeah, first time playing D&D, period.
Well, then you also get that as well.
Yeah, I still have my healing potion from when I had my first time.
Right, I always forget to mention it. Sorry, guys. Alright, so that's Kobold 2.
Should I go into my library and look into my items real quick?
If you want to, you can do that in between.
Yeah, because I tried just accessing items in it wouldn't let me. It was just blank.
You need to load some stuff in the library. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that can take a while, especially you were the one who were saying their computer was a bit slow.
Yeah, it's not that slow on this. This is like takes up nothing. It's just gonna take a moment. It's just to add the healing potion.
Oh, and oh Jesus! And you fall.
I told you I'd die.
Well,
No,
you're not.
won't.
You're not dying. You're not dying. Well, you're not dead yet. You're just passed out. You're bleeding out. Meryl.
Great.
Your little cousins just took you down.
Okay, well, my action that I was going to do is going to change a little bit based on current circumstances. Since there's 3 kobolds and my armor class is crap, I'm going to duck over here behind this rock, and I'm going to toss a healing word onto Kriv.
Yay!
Do I get back up or no?
Yes, you get back up.
You're back conscious again, yeah.
Sweet.
You go down, and then you're back up again.
That kobold's like, God dang it.
Yeah. So,
and to be honest, I am pissed.
You are.
And I don't have a bonus action that I can take, so I'm going to pass on to Kriv.
Kriv, you are on the ground, so it's going to take half your movement to get back up. So you have 15 feet of movement left. But there are these lovely kobolds right in front of you.
I forgot. I keep forgetting to push the button. Would it take another action to pull out my shield and not throw the lamp down, but like drop it to where it wouldn't break?
That would take your action.
Okay.
If you wanted to throw the lamp down and risk it breaking, that's not an action. But I believe equipping your shield again after you put it away is an action.
Okay. Knowing what a kobold is, because I hate these bastards, would I know if they were resistant to fire?
You know that they are not resistant to fire. They're not resistant to much of anything.
Okay, I think we all know what I'm about to do, because, again, he's pissed.
They're dangerous in groups.
Okay, let me pull out my abilities real quick and look at my breath weapon. And I can't see crap for my breath weapon. Why?
You may not have it coded onto your actions tab yet.
Oh, no, I just went straight to the breath weapon, like, pulled it up, like, the traits, went to traits, and just started looking, tried to scroll down to see the abilities, and there it was nothing. And I don't know how to code anything, again. First time really using this.
Oh, yes,
Because you don't have the book loaded.
I will add it, 1 second. So it'll be under library, I think Player's Handbook, right?
Dragonborn's in the Player's Handbook, isn't it?
Yes.
There you go, you should have it now.
An error. Okay, there we go. It's just stopped responding. It did this to me last night, too.
Oh. But there it is.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
It'll probably just take a second for your system to get that.
Yeah, because I was trying to load in the D&D Player's Handbook. There we go. I forget everything. So, abilities, the breath weapon, and then actions, and there it is. So, do I roll a d20 or is it an automatic hit?
I believe the breath weapon has a save DC of 12, correct? So you would select all three, using the control button. Just do control click on all of them.
Yeah, you're about to take down all three of these guys in one breath. It's going to be awesome.
Hopefully, unless I roll a 1.
And I believe...
Unless I pull a Bregger.
Oh, no. They are going to be the ones rolling. But I believe
please let all 3 of them be Breggers.
Okay, with your breath weapon, next to the save, there's this little button. I believe you click that to have them save. Oh, no. Oh, wait. It's the other one. The one to right above it, I believe. Yeah, that's the one, sorry.
I got really happy, damn it.
Yeah.
Okay.
How do you force... Is it the attack button to force it with this breath weapon? Sorry, I've never played a Dragonborn.
If there's one there, it should, if you hit it, it should force the save.
Yeah. There should be a little dice next to the breath weapon, and you can take it and just once those 3 are all targeted, then you can.
They
click
have
them.
to go for the save.
Yes.
And then I have to roll for the attack.
Well, you don't have to roll for an attack on a breath weapon, but I do think they get a bonus to their saving throw for being in half cover.
Not to their saving throw. And also you're tall enough that I'm sort of getting the fact that you're just kind of lording over them and just bent down a little.
Oh, that's fair.
Crap. 1 sec. Crap.
Yeah, that seems to me. It seems too easy to me.
Yeah, that was too easy. You know what? I am just gonna roll for the kobolds.
One by one?
Yeah, one by one. And it's a dexterity save, so here we go.
God be kind.
Okay, so one saved. Another failed. And another failed. So 2 failed, 1 succeeded. So I'll just roll 2d6 and do it manually. So 6 damage. So you blast 2 of these kobolds out, and they die in fiery agony.
Fiery agony is good.
And another one looks worse for wear. And I'll remove the unconscious off this guy. Alright, so you have 1 kobold left, but I believe your breath weapon is your action?
Yep.
Alright, so do you want to move or do anything else?
I want to back up. I don't want to get hit by this sucker again. How far can I go?
You can go 15. So 3 squares.
Okay. At an angle is...
Angle, yeah, an angle's fine as well, as long as there's nothing in your path. And obviously avoid the pit trap, that's...
I was just moving back this way, like, getting out of dodge, because I want to pull out my shield if I have to fight this sucker.
Okay.
I think I moved too far, I'm at 20 feet. Let's see. There we go.
Okay.
Ah, I'm getting lost.
And as you go back, you hear the surviving kobold yell in Draconic, and being a Dragonborn, you would know Draconic, "Help! Help us!" And you hear more talking in the further in the back of the cave, and the pitter-patter of feet, and you see reinforcements.
Shit!
This kobold inventor comes forward. And you hear other kobolds coming. Actually, I'm gonna open this up a little more because Ozak, you would be able to see this because you're all the way over there and you have dark vision.
A whole bunch of kobolds.
Would I have lit the their cover on fire with my breath attack or no?
Were you targeting it?
Well, it's kind of in front of me and it's coming from my mouth, so I would just think, just roll for a chance, and then if it does.
Okay, I'm going to say because it's a dexterity save, wood can't move, so it fails. It is on fire, and you have done about half damage to it.
Okay, it was just more like a, so now we can just say forget the lamp at this point for this area.
Yeah, you get that sense.
I just need to remember about the lamp and hand it back to Ozak.
Okay, this kobold inventor... What's he gonna do to curve? Alright. He is going to throw some Alchemist Fire at you, which is a straight attack because he does have tactics, but he gets a disadvantage because you are a little too far away. And he misses, but you see this pot of Alchemist Fire go past your head and you're like, oh, that's probably what killed the chick.
Yeah, I'm just like, oh, okay, so this, I play with they hit me, I play with fire, now they're playing with fire. Great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the kobold version of a breath weapon right there.
Yeah.
I have a good question. Does the pot break upon impact behind me, or?
Yeah, but it's pretty far behind you.
Okay, I was asking if it broke, because if it didn't, I was gonna go grab it and throw it back in their face.
It does. They are designed to break on impact.
Nah, so are water balloons.
This one breaks.
Okay.
All right, Ozak, what do you do?
I'm gonna do a stealth attack on the kobold one,
Sure.
and it does get advantage, right?
You're a monk, right?
Yep.
I'm gonna say for this one, sure.
All right.
Very nice, DM.
Thank you. Ah, and that's a hit. Roll for damage.
Up. I'm gonna pull back into the shadows and wait here silently, and my turn.
Okay. Carter.
I'm going to step out here, and was my stealth enough for a advantage attack on this thing?
Let me see.
I rolled a 12.
Ooh, it knew you were there. It rolled a 14 perception.
Very good. So regular attack, no sneak attack.
Yeah. It could just smell you.
Carter's a stinky mother.
Oh, but you do hit. And he looks pretty seriously wounded. And he shouts something off in Draconic. More reinforcements! More reinforcements!
And I'm going to step behind this rock and hide again.
Sure. Ooh, same as last time. Let's hope you're stealthy. And with that, Kobold... Oh, Kobold 1 is... Oh, Kobold 2, sorry.
Kobold 1 is dead.
Is going to attack Ozak. And fail. Kobold 3 is going to come around this way and attack Ozak.
What are they attacking with?
They are attacking with slings.
And they do that much damage. Holy crap.
Yep.
Use a shit armor.
Oh, and they get advantage because pack tactics. Ooh, that's another hit. Oh, and Ozak is down.
God damn.
Ah, yeah, join the club.
You remember an ancient Dragonborn saying that kobolds, while they may be small, while they're small and easily squishable individually, never take on a group of kobolds alone.
Yeah, we're not alone, and we're still getting our ass handed to us. I'll wait for my turn, because I would assume I'd remember that on my turn and be like, oh, crap, I forgot about that.
Yeah, you know, massive head wounds tend to make you forget.
Yeah, so I'll make a point of saying that, and then be like, should we pull back and say, screw Ozark? I'm sorry, but we are losing.
Well,
Unless our wizard decides to pull a mass attack, we're screwed.
we need something, some miracle here.
Well, I've got a little bardic trick up my sleeve coming up here in a minute.
Alright.
Please.
Alright. Merle.
Okay, well, they're all bunched up together. So I move out so I can see where they are. And let's check something here. Oh yeah, I can easily get all four of the, all five of them in my 20-foot. Yeah.
Try to angle it in such a way that it doesn't grab our two friends.
Yeah, I can say you could do that.
I'm just targeting those five guys right there.
Cool.
Yep.
And so they're going to have to make saving throws. Oh, I got to roll my 5d8s, don't I?
First make this saving throw.
Actually, there's not a saving throw versus sleep. I just roll 5d8s.
Oh, right. Oh, it's sleep. Okay, I thought you were doing shadow for a second. Yeah.
So 21 hit points worth of them goes to sleep, starting with the lowest hit points.
Okay, so doop-a-doop-a-doop. So 5, 10, 15,
That kid
20.
is evil.
It's just a kid.
Yeah, but she started banging on something and it just rang my head.
Sorry, that was my little boy with a cowbell.
Oh, okay.
Oh, he really needs his cowbell.
More cowbell.
We need more cowbell.
So which ones get put to sleep?
All the regular kobolds get put to sleep. I'm adding that effect right now, so they would be unconscious, right? Yeah, they're
Unconscious, yeah.
Only the kobold inventor is up.
All right, and then I'm going to move back into my little niche there.
Smart.
And for my bonus action, I'm going to give bardic inspiration to Kriv.
Awesome. And with the rest of them sort of falling asleep, you hear the kobold inventor not only bark for more reinforcements, but you hear this phrase in Draconic, saying, "We must defend our god! Hurry, hurry!"
Oh, and I'm just like, okay, number one, when we realized it was kobolds, and I heard reinforcements, I should have warned everybody. And again, I should have warned everybody. But I was just really pissed. Number two, I hope to God, to the many gods, that what they just said does not mean who I think it means.
Who do you think it means?
Marco. Because small clawed hand, smaller than a dragonborn. Kobold is smaller than dragonborn. Oh,
humanoid size, but not big, like a humanoid.
Yeah. When we saw them move, did any of them move as a slight limp?
No. But you remember that Marco has healing powers. So he probably you're getting the sense that you get the sudden realization, like,
I think you know what? When you rolled that damage to me, I forgot to put my shield back on to equip, so it wasn't on the AC.
Oh, okay.
No. I put my shield on and I move a little farther back because, like, hell am I dealing with that stupid sling again? Like, I'm up against a wall. Like, no, screw this sling. Bullshit. Like, I'm trying to get myself back so I can jump in.
Okay. So what did that last sling have hit you? Oh, it was a 22. It's a 22. Yeah, that would have hit you.
Either way.
Yeah.
No, because I just remembered I did a breath attack and I backed off.
Right.
So I didn't have my shield out then. I would have pulled my shield out now.
Okay. So are you going to tell the rest... does anyone else in the group speak Draconic?
I do not.
I tell them that they have a god.
Oh, so you told them they think Marco's a god?
I think they have Marco, and I think they worship him as a god.
Carter then thinks to himself, but then we're lucky. At least we know the kid's going to be safe.
Okay, so what do you want to do? Do you want to continue beating them down? Do you want to try and negotiate?
I ask him, I asked the inventor, stand down. Or will you stand down so that we may talk? For you are the ones who struck first.
We're just defending our home! And
Well,
our god! See those other people try to come in and take our god! Are you gonna take our god?
He's not a god, he's but a human child.
Cultamac, it's a reincarnation! I mean, it's kind of silly for it to be human instead of an awesome kobold, but, you know, magic, divine stuff, doesn't always work out.
If that kid's no more a god than I am a full-blooded dragon.
Oh? That's curious. Are you going to kill any more of us?
As long as you stop throwing fireballs at me.
Well then. And he sits there and thinks for a moment and says, I will bring you our matriarch. And you'll see...
I kind of yell in common, stand down. I brokered a truce.
And during this truce, he will allow you to come in and heal Ozak as well. So if you want to do that with a healing word or a potion, you can do so now.
I'm not. I'm going to use the potion for myself. I am at 1 point.
I will have to use a potion on him because I used both of my first level spells.
Alright, so roll a potion to bring back Ozak.
Okay. Let me grab that real quick. Oh, was that the witch doctor thing?
That is the matriarch.
Oh, the matriarch, wow.
Yeah, I found it, I just googled it online. She looks pretty cool.
I don't think you have to use your potion. You can just stabilize me with medicine check.
Yeah, but you're gonna be dying while we do that.
No, when you stabilize a person, they stop bleeding out, but it takes an hour for them to come back with 1 hit point. So if you want, you would just have to be, like, laying down, like, convalescing during this conversation, or if you want to be brought back now, you would use a potion or something.
How can I use one of my potions? So I just take the little shield icon and drop it on my character and it does it automatically?
You should be able to double-click it and it should roll automatically, right?
It's another thing you have to set up on your actions tab.
Oh, okay. Otherwise, you can roll 2d4 plus 2 and go from there.
Let me just
make an effect for it real easy.
That's what I do, yeah.
I'm just gonna roll 2d4 and I'll just add 2 in my head.
There you go.
You can click the little +2 button in the bottom left corner and add 2. Or put a 2 modifier, I should say, in the modifier box.
So that
gives you 9 hit points back. Cool.
Awesome.
To reduce your amount of wounds by 9, don't adjust your actual hit points. People get confused about that in Fantasy Grounds the first time.
Oh, okay. And with that, you are brought. You see this magnificent older female kobold.
Yeah, why is my 2 green?
Why is your what?
So it goes HP, the first box is the wound box, my 2 is green, not red.
That's because you're only lightly wounded.
Oh, okay.
'Tis but a scratch, and then it will go to yellow, and then it will go to, like, red, as you get hurt more.
Okay, I come out of the cover, like, my sword held in my shield hand. Like, it was my hands up. Somebody's spinning my character right now.
Oh, that might have been me. Whoops, sorry.
I was like dragging the character and he was like spinning. I'm like, what is he doing?
I was dragging the map and I might have accidentally spun your character.
Or you were practicing those dance moves from when you were 4, whichever.
Yeah, no. My character doesn't dance. So my character kind of comes around and with hands out, it's like, may I apologize for hurting your kin.
What are you here for?
We come to retrieve the child.
Our god?
He's but a child. He's no god. He's just a child gifted in the ways of magic. Even in our religion, we are but children of the gods. The gods tend to be alone, and those that you hear reincarnate in all the lore I've ever heard have been nothing good for anybody.
Ah, but it is said that one day Kultumak will return.
And it says that one day Bahamut will return.
Ah. Also, who are you going to return the child to?
Her mother. His mother.
His mother's the one who asked us to kidnap the child.
We found her crying at home, begging for her child's return.
Wait, what? Did she look like... Did she look about yay high? Is her name Z?
No.
No.
Maddie. Or, what was the woman's name? I know it starts with an M and an A.
It's Maddie. Madeline,
Maddie.
but everyone calls her Maddie.
Her name is Madeline.
That's funny. Because we were originally hired by this, I think she was a warlock or something. A woman named Z. She kept her face rather covered, and she had one of those idiotic flying cats. But she promised us many shiny gold coins if we could take her child back from its nursemaid.
The child's mother is the one you took it from, and that warlock is the reason your kin are dead. Well, she just had you take the child so you would take the blame. Just maybe we can come to an agreement and bring the child back to her mother and explain what's been going on, and I can explain to her what happened, and I can try to say that it was just one rogue, and I just say an arbitrary color that's not their own kobold. Like I would know, like if had kind of they hated, be like I could say it's that, and we can try to get them to ignore you. And I also ask, and also, could you please stop stealing the lumber? That may cause problems for you later on.
But we need the lumber. We're only borrowing it. It's not like there's going to be more. Aren't going to be more grown. We would actually like to be left alone. You see, we've only recently moved into the area. We were my tribe, the Spear Snout tribe, was cast out a few months back, and then we finally found this place and started setting up our home.
I understand about the lumber and how you need it. However, there is reasons why you hear so many stories of fearsome humans coming in and routing you, or adventurers such as we routing you. It's due to a lack of knowledge among each other. It's just hard for everybody to understand each other's circumstances. They're more worried about their own, not the other parties. If you could find a way to help the lumber person, maybe you can earn some of it and it work peacefully between the groups, if you can.
That does sound like a good idea. All right, you've convinced me.
Thank you, ma'am. Or, like, do I, like, know what to call her?
It's a ma'am. They actually said there was the matriarch.
Okay. I just said, like, is there, like, a proper word for it? Like, would I have heard them mention it?
Matron.
Thank you, matron.
All right. Come here. And you will be brought deeper into the chamber, and they'll bring you to Marco. He is crying, and he just looks tired. It's been a long, trying day for him. But you'll see this, like, group of priests and priestesses standing around him, like, studying him. And one will go, "You want cookie?" And he'll go, "Nah." You know how dollars do. And the priest will scratch their head and say, "But you wanted cookie 5 minutes ago." And then Matron Tonki will come in and say this isn't the reincarnation, it's just a kid with magical healing powers. And you'll take the kid and it'll heal up the kobolds, and it would also heal up you. And you guys...
Were there any kobolds, like, too severely wounded?
Well, the ones you sort of blastinated died, but... any that were injured...
Carter.
And also Carter, yeah, the one right between the eyes. That guy... The kid heals...
No, I was laughing at what Carter said in the chat.
Oh, I didn't see.
All my years of D&D.
Oh, good thing this is a first.
Only I.
A couple other people, a couple other players.
They have that most horrific of monsters, a crying infant.
Yes, and it was starting to wear down on their nerves anyway. And you were able to take the child and make your way back to Elmwood. And Maddie goes, Oh, thank you!
I tell her what had happened, like the whole thing and how it is, and that there is, like, to keep it amongst herself, to keep it with, that there is a group of kobolds in the forest, but it was a separate group that found the child after finding a member from a different clan that they didn't know, that they tended to not get along with, and then they confused the child's healing powers for the powers of a god. But I have reasoned with them, and if you start seeing some kobolds like edging out into the forest and start helping the community, that it's them, the ones that help save your child, and that you should thank them.
Oh yes, absolutely. Is anyone going to tell her about the deal with Madame Elsa? Or Lady Elsa?
On the way back through to get to Maddie's cottage again, I thought it might be a good idea to talk to the foreman at the lumber place.
Oh, sure.
Let them know that they might want to try to negotiate some terms with these kobolds who have been still in the wood. The kobolds weren't aware that they need to pay for the wood.
Yeah, I'd like have them help, and then if she needed help with translation, that I would assist.
Well, if they're good workers, I really... Hold on. Sorry, wrong accent. Oh, if they're good workers, I really don't care. But they better not be stealing me wood!
If we can get an agreement between you two, they won't be stealing the wood, they'll be earning it, if anything.
Alright. Always could use more hands.
I'll meet the party back after the negotiations if we just want to kind of black screen that, off screen that.
Sure, yeah, that's off screen. They start working, they learn that gold can be used to purchase goods and or services.
We civilized an entire group of entire clan of kobolds.
Sure, why not?
And yeah, of course, we would want to let Maddie know that somebody named Z, who may be a warlock, has designs on her son, and that we may have a solution for that problem.
Oh, how? How so?
Well, the lady that we came in representation of, the Lady Elsa, is interested in housing in a very comfortable fashion you and your son, and all she requests in return is that you allow her to enjoy your son's healing powers.
Oh, yes, absolutely. I'll begin packing right away. I don't want anyone to hurt Marco again. And with that, she'll pack up her kind of meager belongings and Marco's meager belongings, and you all get into the cart.
I was looking at Theron's notes, and it says something about the family can live with the lady, be educated, and some other stuff.
Yeah,
just kind of basically
live in the lap of luxury.
Of course, she's probably good. It's, of course, like the mother would probably, like, would she feel like inadequate to live there and like try to work around the house and help?
But basically, Lady Elsa was like, I'm going to pay for all the things if you save my life. So Maddie could do whatever she wants there. And her kid's going to get educated and brought up like a nobleman.
Yeah, I think we were actually benefiting from a previous player's notations in in the notes section.
Oh, whoops! Oh,
Yeah,
I gotta
Theron's
delete
notes.
these things in between sessions.
Yeah, it said Theron's notes. I kind of was in the notes to see if there was any DM notes about the quest and stuff.
Oh no! I don't put my notes in there.
Oh no, just the quest and what everybody would know about the quest.
Oh.
So it's just a general here's the quest, here's the conditions, here's this, but it's
I know
all
the
things
character.
you should know.
Yeah, I know the character. You go back, and Marco, with just a touch, heals Lady Tillingwood. It's almost this remarkable transformation, as if life is being brought back into her. And you get your 100 gold, and you get the 2 healing potions that you guys can decide who gets them. And but before you leave, Marco will take every single one of you and give you a hug. And where he has touched you, like on the arm or the leg or wherever, you will notice this subtle glowing rune almost on your arm. And if you touch it, it is like a potion of vitality that you can just touch as a free action and gain.
So it's just, is it a temporary thing, or is it just permanently there from now on?
It will be permanently there, but it will be gone once you use it. You only get one chance of using it.
Okay.
And with that ends the adventure. You also gain... One sec. Oh, you gain 600 experience points each.
Let me get into my classes real quick. Yeah. So...
Just out of curiosity, will this apply to this character for future Adventures League games?
Yes.
Or...
Yes. The great thing, about Adventures League, if you are going to play, you are going to need to get a DCI number, and I will share you my DCI number as well. I'll do that off the stream. In fact, I'll just send you a Discord message with all the details to put in your log sheet. But you can now take this character and take it to an AL event at your friendly local gaming store or at a convention and play this character.
Yeah, my DCI is already in the log for my character.
Oh, awesome. So yeah.
Was that 100 gold split or 100 each?
100 gold split between the 4 of you, so 25 each, sorry.
Okay. That's what I thought, but I just making sure.
Yeah, yes. So 25 gold each, and there's 2 healing potions, and you guys can choose who gets them. And you also gain...
I would like to...
Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
You also gain the respect of the Pierce Snout tribe. Basically, if you ever come across the Pierce Snout tribe again, you can... they'll be friendly towards you, basically.
Pierced snout, you said?
Pierced snout. They all had nose rings, you noticed. And with that, I will end the stream. We've been Dances with Kobolds, and I will be back this upcoming week on Tuesday for Storm King's Thunder at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. We will also be playing, I think it's Forged Fury? Next one, it's in the oh, what is it? The one, Tales of the Awning Portal. And then will we also be playing
you cut out, I think.
Oh, sorry. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Okay. So where was I? Oh, yes. Tuesday we are playing Storm King's Thunder. We play Tales of the Awning Portal on Wednesday. And on Thursday we play Tomb of Annihilation. All at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. See you then. Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.